in there when he gets home, if he gets home out of the rain. But now,
All right,
Doctor.
I'm calling now.
Okay. I don't know how we're online, but I guess the computer finally called it. Somebody's helping us. It shows.
Says unavailable.
It says not available.
Yep.
Well, let me see if I can get Mr. Aldrich on here. Jan Aldrich was in touch with me. Jan, so it doesn't. You have his phone number and it shows not answering.
Yeah,
Jan Aldrich.
I guess he just threw it over to voicemail or whatever, or not answer. Because it rang like twice and it said unavailable.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, I'd had Jan Aldrich available tonight. He's been, I've been talking to him, and he was going to call in and say hi to Bruce, and then we're going to have him in 2 weeks. But I guess, well, if we can't get Dr. Bruce on here, but he did know it was Thursday, so sometimes those things happen. Well, let me see if I can get Facebook, because he'd been trying several times to get me, facebook.com. Let me try Jan Aldrich. She's been all over all my phones all day and says this isn't available. Let's see. So we know Ken's stuck. Now let me see, phone recent contacts. These phones, I tell you, these advertisements drive me crazy because I've got to figure out how to use a phone without them. I mean, I know they help pay the bills. But you can hear me okay, Ahmed? Says we're ongoing.
Yeah, I can hear you. I was on mute.
Oh, okay.
On mute.
Well, why don't you go ahead and tell people a little about you while I try to get Jan Aldrich up here.
There ain't much to tell about me.
Well, you're helping us with our whole club. Just give them.
Yeah. We are putting out a bi-monthly magazine. I've got the second issue will be out sometime next month, probably around the 15th we'll put it out. And it'll be up on Amazon. And now if you come join the ACO club for $5 a month, you'll get the magazine sent to you without having to buy it. But anybody else will have to buy it up on Amazon. And it's mainly going to be scientific stuff, stuff that we know about, and and it'll be some speculation to it. This next one, I've got one of my short stories in it, so it's got article about space junk, article about some of the anomalies in our solar system, things like that. It'll be interesting, not real hard science, but down-to-earth stuff people can understand. And but a lot of the information they don't know about. There's even an article about artificial intelligence in there, which a lot of people don't know a whole bunch about artificial intelligence. It's one of my pet peeves. I'm also a radio host at another station. You can Google a Mad Painter and find me. So I'm an artist, do graphics work, author. Me and TJ have been working on a book for her.
Yep. Well,
it should be out for too much longer, shouldn't it?
Well, yeah. I just wanted to go through it one more time, just being writing and then rewriting many years later, and something's holding me back from getting that out. I'm not sure what, but Jan was here earlier, Jan Aldrich, and he was online, and he asked me for his phone number. He's prior U.S. Army, but Jan Aldrich was recommended by Dr. Bruce Maccabee, and we are friends. I can see that he's been with, he's been on KCRA a few times, hosted by Solaris Blu-ray. Is that how you say it? And he was going to come on and help us. Yeah, it looks like Erica Lukes, too, has a picture of him. So, anyway, let me go back. I don't know why we're having trouble getting these people today, but we are. Well, Jan Aldrich was born in 1944 and resides in Canterbury, Connecticut. And he received a BA in history from the University College and the University of Maryland, but he retired with 25 years in field artillery and 7 overseas tours, so he's had a lot of experience. He had 16 years in meteorology and remaining time in intelligence, personnel, and safety positions. Do you know how to get on and see if you can reach Jan Aldrich? Because he was just talking to me right before. I told him to come on in about 5 minutes. I don't have his telephone number. No, neither.
I don't have it.
Let's see. About default, Canterbury. Maybe he's the one that's been calling me from Connecticut. Okay, well, hold on. Let's see. I've not been able to get. It's been whatever he's on hasn't been reaching through. So let me try this one more time. If I can get these phones to work properly. I'm so embarrassed that these phones won't do what I want them to do. Well, I wonder if the weather, because he's been trying to call me all day and since yesterday, as a matter of fact. I'm hanging up with Ken. We've got a split screen here. Let's see. I'm going to look and see these Connecticut phone numbers. He's been calling me all day, so I know it's here. Contact reminder. Sign into your account. Now, why would my phone want me to sign into my own account? That doesn't make sense. But, okay, hit recent. Okay, here it is. I'm going to try this Connecticut and see if I can get him. I wonder if he's having trouble, too, from Connecticut. I'll put him on. If this is him. Can you hear that, Ahmed?
Hello.
Hi, is this Jan?
Yes, it is.
Oh, Jan, great. I can't reach Bruce. Can you possibly call into the studio and let us interview you today, and we'll swap everything around for Bruce in 2 weeks?
Okay, yeah, let me do that.
Okay, I appreciate it. You got the number?
Yeah, you gave it to me, right? That's the one that works, right? The last one you gave me? 347-945-7207. Yes.
Okay, great. And I've given you a little bit of intro already, but maybe Bruce will call in, but he must have got sidetracked. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Jan.
Okay.
We're on live now, so we'll continue the conversation on air. Okay, thanks. Wow, thanks. So I finally figured out the number trying to call me all day. Matt, I don't know if he was trying on Facebook to get me on computer, and we couldn't get through. And I finally figured out that the number in my phone that he was trying to reach me was getting cut off. I think it has something to do with all this syncing they do, right, between your phones and I'm always on computer, and then you put on Skype, and then you put on our studio. But can you hear me, Ahmed? I have a lot to do, too. This is a strange day. All right. 860. Here he is. Good. All right. Here he comes. Great. Jan Aldrich, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to take, we'll just have to add you, Jan, instead of Dr. Bruce, unless he shows up, but I'll put Jan Aldrich today. You were also in intelligence and did work. You want to tell people a little bit about your history? Because we are definitely live now. And that got you in we have our ACO club, American Communications Online, and ACO Association, and the UFO Association, and we're trying to combine them together on some of these websites. I've been doing this for 7 years now. But Jan, I'm gonna put your name up here, and then give us whatever you want. Were you born in Connecticut? Give us a.
No, I was born in Ohio. I live most of. I've lived since I've been a civilian. I've lived most of the time in Connecticut, though.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was in the Army for 25 years. Good part of that was in meteorology, but I served 7 years as an intelligence sergeant in a field artillery battery, or battalion, and then a field artillery group. So basically, what at the time we were nuclear capable. Not anymore. That's gone away. But so that took a lot of work to get people the proper clearances and get them read into a nuclear program. So it was quite a challenging job there for a while. I've been interested in UFOs since 59 when I read Ruppelt's book. So it's been a long time, and I've been collecting stuff for 50 years. Now that I'm retired, the problem is I don't have files, I have piles. So it's putting it in order and scanning it so others can use it.
Wow, that's amazing. So you've got your own archives then?
Yes.
Hard copy paper?
We started a group that one of the main purposes was to preserve UFO material. So it's a signed historical group. And if you go to the Project 47 website, we share that with the signed historical group. So it talks about preservation and things.
Wow.
Yeah, I have Dr. Willie Smith's case files. I have some of the case files from NICAP, Connecticut. We just got through scanning Gordon Lohr's case files, which were, he was the assistant of NICAP back in the late 60s. So I've got some Australian material that has been passed on to me, and a few other people that have either we've exchanged things with or we've exchanged scans. So I got about I'd say 2,500 case files scanned in so far.
Now that's in Project 1947. Is that's your historical group? Is AMC?
The historical group is signed historical group.
Yes, I see your logo right now. Well, I'll definitely put you on the UFOassociation.org and our ACO association as a link. Since you've got all this set up, we're having that too, set up historical links and trying to find out who's who. So who answers Legion 47 Gmail? Is that you, Legion P47?
Legion is John Stepkowski. He's the webmaster.
Okay. Wow, I'm really glad we got in touch with you. You were thanks to Bruce Maccabee, and I don't see him. I mean, he may call in on the hour. He may be mixed up with the time, but whatever. We'll be here for him if he shows up. But
sure,
Jan Aldrich, we'll definitely have to get you back in a couple of weeks. But right now, let's go through what you've been able to do as a ufologist. Tell us, so you read, was it Kehoe's book, or what book